So yesterday I went and saw the Michael movie and I was so pleasantly surprised. It was so much better than I thought it would be. I really thought that they would not hint at the abusive stuff and a lot of the insecurities that Michael had. I was worried because obviously his estate is doing it and there's been a lot of tension with the family. So I was just like, So I really loved it. However, it stopped in like 1989, I think, was when the movie stopped. So it's meant to be a series, and I don't know how you would tackle a career or a life like Michael's in one movie. Like, it's just impossible. And a lot of the film focused on the Jackson 5, like at the start, and like Michael as a kid. The Michael young actor, he blew me away. Wow, that kid is talented. Like, just even the way that he was moving his body with the dancing, and I don't think he did all of the singing. I think they comboed it with Michael, but wow, that kid is incredible. Incredible. Another actor, Coleman Domingo. Wow. I wrote some notes during the movie, and the first thing I wrote was Father's Eyes. Joe Jackson had very creepy eyes, and like, because I'm not sure whether he's mixed race, but because he has a quite lighter irises, it can look quite striking, especially in darker people, like darker skinned people. Light eyes look very striking to me. However, this one, it just showed like a depth of almost evil. I think that they just did it so well. Like, Coleman Domingo did so well acting through the prosthesis. Like, Oscar nomination at the very minimum. Like, supporting actor, 100%. I'm not sure about Jafar acting wise. I think he did great. But yeah, Coleman, wow. Wow, he's creepy. Did such a great job. I really do wish that they leaned into more. Like, we only saw like, one beating session and only one instance where, his dad made fun of his appearance. And I think it's very clear the insecurities he hasn't had as an adult, that was heavily, heavily going on during his childhood. And it was interesting, there was a lot of things that I didn't know. Like, I didn't know that, when Michael had his best album in the world, he was living at home in his almost childhood bedroom. The isolation that Michael went through, wow, this film did a great job at showing it. And they did it in a very positive way, that like, oh, Michael has associations with animals because he's lonely. But it's just, to me, as somebody that's lonely, or that has been lonely and that's been very isolative to themselves, I feel bad for him. You just see the amount of stunted growth. And I wish that they kind of went into that a little bit more. However, time constraint. My favorite thing about the movie, and it's my biggest gripe about movies nowadays, is it was shot like a movie, cinematography wise. And I hope you'll understand how I'm going to describe it. So I feel like nowadays a lot of things are shot for TV. They're shot for streaming. They're shot for like that HD screen that we're all kind of used to. So they use a lot of filters. We don't see a lot of skin tone, and they heavily use the fisheye lens. And once you notice it, you kind of can't really unnotice it, is when, so it's like the screen will have like a circle, and then everything outside of that circle will be blurred. So it's focusing your eye on who they want your attention. But when they do that, it filters all of the background, so you just sacrifice the production design, the costume design, all of the props and stuff like that. And that's what I love about films. I love looking at the backgrounds and seeing the characters and seeing the things that, aren't said. So I hate the fisheye lens. And I also, like, don't tell me where to look. Don't tell me where to focus. If you want me to focus, show me. Do not tell me. I cannot stand the fisheye lens. I hate it. So this was just amazing. Like, some of the shots were fantastic, but it wasn't overly edited. There was skin tone, there was ripples in skin, there was pimples. Like, that's what I want to see. And there was almost this like, they probably did it to date it, but to show that it was in the 80s, but there was almost this like fuzzy filter tone on the top, which just makes it nice. Like, it just stops that overly produced feeling of the way that the actors look. And I personally love that. Please, please, cinemas, filmmakers, directors, Blake Lively, stop using this so heavily. It really annoys me because it's just so obvious. And like, I want to see all of the work. Don't tell me what to do. Anyway, so I think I'm very judgmental. I usually do like movies out of 10, and there's only like 2 movies that I've ever seen that have been like a 9 out of 10 for me. So I think this movie sits like a good 7. I would definitely watch it again. Like, I was sitting in the seat. My friends used to me being annoying, but the poor man sitting next to me, I'm so sorry. Like, I was literally like trying so hard not to like talk and like sing, but they need a sing-along version. Like, there's just too much like vibes. And but yeah, so 7 out of 10. I really liked it. I would definitely watch it again. And I think I would really love to see a Jackson 5 like mini-series, because I think there's a lot more stories in there. However, legalities. And unfortunately, legalities are really going to affect the next movie, because when we start to get into the 90s is when we start to get into, the Michael allegations. And I'll do a video on a doco I watched yesterday, because damn. But anywho, go watch it. It's really great.